Alright, so in the previous clip we fixed the eyebrow. Now in this clip, using the same technique, we are going to fix the lips down here. So I'm going to start by creating another merge node with the M key, and I will connect it after the merge 2 here. And so I will connect that guy to the transform 1, because remember, we want to use this transformed image that we use to kind of line up the position of our fake jaw right here. So I'm going to view that guy, but before viewing it, I want to put the mix at 0.5, approximately. So now I can connect my viewer, and now I can see that both of my images are kind of lining up. So I will use exactly the same technique. I will start by creating a roto using the O key and drawing a roto around the part of the mouse I want to fix. I'll take care of the mask feather a little bit later. And now I will create a multiply. So you know what? I can simply duplicate that guy because I know it's already properly configured, meaning value of 0 and having the invert mask here. I will connect that mask to my roto. And now the multiply to the transform 1 and the A pipe of the merge to the multiply 2. And so remember, that way, if I'm viewing the multiply 2, I can see that I'm just getting the part of the mouse. Now I will connect back my viewer to the merge free, and we are going to adjust now this patch. So I will put back the mix to 1. Here I will disable the overlay with the Q key. It will help me to see clearly my image. Okay, so maybe I will just need to move it a little bit on the right. Let's try that. I will simply come over here and copy the transform 2 here. And see, maybe it's gonna line up perfectly. Well, you know what? I think it's not so bad. Let's disable the merge free to see. It's a bit too close still, right? Okay, so I'm going to move it a little bit. I will start by moving my anchor points to make it easier. And make sure that you are moving the anchor point of the transform free, because if you have multiple transform nodes open, you can easily move the wrong one. So because I'm not really sure of what I did right here, I'm just going to do Ctrl Z, close all my properties, and then just open the transform free. That way, I'm sure I'm working on the good transform nodes. So just going to move the anchor points, maintaining the Command or Control key if you're Windows. And now I'm going to move to kind of have a natural mouse shape. So it's okay if it looks a little bit weird for now. I'm going to use the mask feather to blend the two images together. Alright, I think the position is okay for now, so let's close the transform free, and now I'm going to adjust my roto shape. So I will select my roto and now select all the points and type the E key to add mask feather all around, and now I can play a little bit with that to merge my two images together. Alright, okay, I think it's looking good. So same thing we did earlier as well. I will need to add a little bit of blur on that new texture because it's a bit more sharp than our projected images over there. So I'm going to simply duplicate the blur one right here. And now I think it looks quite good. Okay, so now I need to make sure that these two new corrections I did in this clip and the previous one are going to be projected on my main pipe. Because right now, if I'm looking at the final outputs, I can see that my correction for the eyebrow and as well for the lips is not here. And this is because right now our alpha is currently not taking in consideration these two modifications. Remember, we did a small roto to just cover the small fix we did for this eyelid. So now I'm going to add two other rotos to cover the areas I just fixed. So I'm going to use exactly the same technique. I'm going to take my merge one here and connect it right after my merge free. I'm looking at it. And now I will just simply need to draw rotos around these new areas I patched earlier. So let's do that. Create a new roto shape around that guy here. So it can be garbage mats, right? Remember, we can still adjust that a little bit later. And I'm going to do another one around that area here as well, which is the mouse, the lips. And there we go. Now if I'm looking at the pre-mult here, I should see all the patches I made. So you can still add a little bit of mask feather around your roto. It could help the blending. And now let's have a look to the final output. I will disable the overlay and I will maximize the window, frame it properly and play it just to see how it works on the entire shot. I will speed up the recording and come back when the frames are cached. Okay, so I think it looks quite good. Our patches are working good and following nicely along the shot. So in the next clip, we are going to fix some issues from another frame and merge them as well inside the same texture. So see you there.